Hello, and welcome. My name is Henry Welke. I am a freshman at Dodge College at Chapman University, and this is Filet of Film. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, movies. Specifically those I'm most excited for coming out in 2025. I'm going to be talking about the ones that we know specific release dates on and more detailed events first, and then the films that we know a little less about I will talk about later in the video. Let's get into it. First up on our list, we have Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17. Now, I heard about this release quite a while ago, and I have been so very excited because if you don't know, Bong Joon-ho directed the masterpiece known as Parasite. I fell in love with that film quite a while ago. Most people have, so I'm very excited to see what he can do with this new sci-fi iteration from the novel Mickey 7. It stars Robert Pattinson as Edward Ashton, who is a man sent to colonize a quote-unquote distant world. It's said that his body somehow regenerates after death with most of his memories intact. Very excited to see this concept directed by such a masterful director. It also features Toni Collette, Steven Yeun, Mark Ruffalo, and so many more. Huge fan of the entire cast and concept, and I cannot wait for the release date, which is March 7th. Second up, we have a movie entitled The Bride. It is directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and it is a remake of The Bride of Frankenstein. According to IMDb, quickly, it is about a lonely Frankenstein. He travels to Chicago, set in the 1930s. He seeks aid from a doctor in creating a companion for himself. They, reanimate a young woman, and she is beyond what either of them intended. She ignites a combustible romance, the attention of the police, and a quote-unquote wild and radical social movement. I am so excited for this. I cannot help but think of Poor Things set in Chicago. There's no trailer or footage quite yet, but the film is set to release September 26th. Again, very excited to see what Maggie can do behind the camera, since I love all that she has done in her acting career. The movie features her brother Jake, Christian Bale, and Jessie Buckley. Again, so excited to see this new one. Next up on my list is a movie called The Sinners. It's directed by the director of Black Panther, Ryan Coogler. And honestly, I didn't really know much about this movie, but after seeing the trailer, I'm just blown away. It stars Michael B. Jordan. The plot is kind of unknown to me, and I really want to keep it that way. I'm not really sure what's going on. The brief pitch is, quote-unquote, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers, both played by Michael B. Jordan, return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. The trailer was just spectacular. The colors, location, and more just has me absolutely hyped. Jordan is excellent, and I can't wait to see what kind of performance he fits into this role. The film will be out April 18th. Number 5 on my list is a movie called The Monkey. It is a short story adaptation from Stephen King, and it is about two twin brothers who find a toy monkey which somehow murders people. The concept, I don't know, I'm not tied to it. I don't love it. However, the thing that really gets me into this one is Oz Perkins is directing it. If you don't know, Oz Perkins directed the horror movie Longlegs, which has been controversial. Some people hated it, some people loved it. I really enjoyed it. I thought, given a different story, maybe Oz could really do something creative in the horror realm. So I'm just excited to see this because of the director. Also, Theo James is playing both twin brothers. I loved him in The White Lotus, so it'll be interesting to see him in a completely different realm. Anyways, the thing comes out February 21st, so go watch it. Last up on our big list is a movie called 28 Years Later, directed by Danny Boyle. Listen, I know there's like a universe of like 28 Years Later, 28 Days Later, 28 Hours Later. I don't know how many movies there are, but I need to watch them before I see this because, again, not to be a sucker for the trailers, but this one was just nuts. I was completely blown away. I think it has the most viewed it's the most viewed trailer in YouTube history, or like the most viewed horror trailer. I don't know. Either way, the trailer, I was like, I have to get into this universe, so props to whoever made that one. Also, I'm a sucker for zombie movies. I love a good zombie movie, so gonna bite into this trilogy, sequel, I don't know. I'm gonna bite into this universe as soon as this one comes out. Quickly, I'm just gonna move on to some of the movies we don't know so much about. Some of them may not even premiere this year. Others, we just aren't sure dates yet. Also, they just have the briefest of summaries, and most don't have trailers yet. But either way, they are exciting, so I'm going to tell you about them. First up, I have Guillermo del Toro's New Frankenstein. I have not watched a lot of del Toro's work, so, you know, I'm not sure. Either way, I love Frankenstein, and the cast attached is Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth, and Oscar Isaac. That's awesome, and obviously, I have to go see this one, so that's up there. Donald Glover is making a new one with Bando Stone in the New World. This movie was announced alongside the release of his newest album. Glover, I just love Glover. I watched Atlanta, it was fantastic. His music's great, so excited to see what he can do on this one. Yorgos has a new project entitled Begonia. I think that's how you say it. Greg Araki is making a new movie called I Want Your Sex, which is a title ever fitting for the director. His work is incredible. I can't wait to watch a lot more of it before I watch this new one, but Greg Araki is amazing, so excited. Taika Waititi has a new movie called Clara and the Sun. I think it's about falling in love with an AI or something. I don't know. And then Paul Thomas Anderson is making a new movie, except I don't know if we even have a title yet, so there you go. 2025 is going to be a fantastic year for movie lovers, and I cannot wait to talk about all of it with you guys. If you love movies and television, if you'd like to know the ins and outs of what's going on, make sure to subscribe. Love you guys. Peace. Oh, and follow my Letterboxd.